how do I want to put this? I have three guiding principles in my life, and I have a personal philosophy about food. But I guess I'll start with where it came from. And the original, I would say my very first guiding principle was forgiveness. Now it's my third guiding principle, but it was the thing that started everything for me. Once I understood, and I was young-ish when I first learned it. I think I was in my early 20s when I first learned that forgiveness wasn't really about anyone else but you. But it really hit home in my mid 30s. And when it happened, what I realized is that I had spent so much outward energy forgiving others, but I'd never forgiven myself. And I still wrestle with the forgiveness of myself piece in certain things. You know, I believe that alcohol is poison. You know, I sacrificed a lot to the god of alcohol. You know, I made that my idol for a number of years and didn't do the work trying to figure out why I needed to retreat into that. I sacrificed, you know, a marriage and a business, and I sacrificed my life. I killed myself with alcohol. And when I came out of that, what I realized is I spent all this energy like trying to heal the forgiveness piece that I needed with others, but I hadn't forgiven myself. I hadn't taken the time to sit with myself and say, you know what, like, you're going to make mistakes. Did you learn from it? You know, or are you destined to repeat it? You know, I think I quit drinking probably, I think I honestly tried to quit drinking 5 times, and got time beneath me and would relapse, you know, would fall off the wagon. So, when I realized that forgiveness is a superpower, it opened up this ability to find out more of who I am, right? Because when you don't forgive yourself, when you have these blocks, you can't dig any deeper, right? You hit that wall and you can't figure out how come I can't get past this wall. You got to do the work, right? You got to journal. You got to figure out, like, where is this really coming from? It's easy to say that it's you know, this thing that happened right now. My partner and I, we have an agreement that if something bothers us about the other person, we have 48 hours to talk about it, right? If we don't have that conversation within 48 hours, we don't get to bring it up, right? But sometimes 24 hours isn't the right time frame to talk about it. Sometimes you need a little space in between there. And what I found in exercising that is sometimes what I'm mad at on the surface or frustrated with on the surface is not really what I'm frustrated with. It's probably something a little bit deeper, may not even have anything to do with the other person. More often than not, I just didn't recognize something about myself, or I didn't hear something, blah, 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 blah. So forgiveness is a superpower. Once I was able to open up that piece of myself and say, hey, okay, I can sit with me. I can forgive myself for the mistakes that I've made. I can look at how I'm making changes and learning those lessons. All right, so what's next? And so that led into my very first guiding principle, which is that you can't control the first thought that comes into your head, but you can control the second. And